The School of Diplomacy is a shock, in the best possible sense of that word. I remember there was one event that blew my socks off, where it was Governor Phil Murphy, Cardinal Joseph Tobin, and Richard Trumpka, who's the head of the AFL-CIO. And they were on a panel together addressing the contribution of the church to organized labor. And I mean, this isn't something that happens anywhere else, because Seton Hall is a nexus of the church, the state, and also the academic community. And the School of Diplomacy is primed to provide excellent opportunities that are only possible at that confluence. In my first semester at Seton Hall, a professor invited me to a conference, the CAP USA conference, that exposed me to the intersection between the United Nations and the Catholic Church. And having met several prime ministers and cardinals at this conference, I was inspired to pursue an internship with a think tank based in the United Nations. And it gave me an unparalleled view of the ways in which policy is translated into practice. I've had 2 internships. I've gone on 2 pilgrimages to Rome and to Panama. I've participated in a seminar on the African Union in Ethiopia with the School of Diplomacy. I've participated in the mythology club Mythos, the German club, and written for the Stillman Exchange and the Diplomatic Envoy. I've also founded, led, and taught fellow members of the Federal Reserve Challenge Team. In all of these clubs that I've been involved in, the faculty have been very hands-on, very accessible, very much willing to reach out to other people that they know on behalf of our interests so that we can go deeper. I remember one time I was walking down the hallway in Jubilee in the office spaces looking for a professor that was advising a club that I wanted to start up. I couldn't find her office. And as I made the round, the first, the second, the third time, I kept passing a pair of professors that were watching me make the rounds. And at one point, one of them made a joke about how I'm wandering in search of the Lost Kingdom or something. And I recognized the reference. I was able to make a similar joke back. And the professor laughed. And then he introduced himself, asked me what I was doing, and I told him that I was trying to start up a club about monetary policy. And he said, "Oh, I'm a professor at the law school in here, and that's actually one of my interests." And we got talking, and since then he's been a mentor. My Seton Hall experience enriched me because it gave me a experiential understanding of both monetary policy and international relations. And both of those have been tempered by a deep dive into my Catholic faith. But my integration into the campus community in my first couple of months as a commuter was made possible by campus ministry and the active presence of many of the priest community. Because in that moment I met lifelong friends. I've gone to events that have convinced me to make Catholicism a more prominent part of my life. It's incredibly reassuring to be able to walk down any of the avenues on campus and encounter priests who I've developed a relationship with over the years. And I don't just mean that in the sense of being able to say hello or to have a quick conversation, but also to know that if I'm in a moment of crisis, I can speak to someone that can meet me where I am spiritually and provide the necessary accommodations. I'm certain that my experiences, my relationships, and the knowledge I've acquired at Seton Hall could only have happened at Seton Hall. The environment is supportive, the faculty are inspiring, and they pushed me to step outside my comfort zone to be more ambitious when the mood required it. And they've also taken the unique step that I haven't seen anywhere else, of taking the time to know me and to figure out in what ways my unique interests, passions, and skills can translate into the best career for me.